What's up, friends? I just wanted to say hello. My name is Alex King Harris, also known as Rara Avis. And I just wanted to drop some info that I've learned about cleansing, liver detoxing, and gut health. My story is when I was 19, I was in a crazy car accident, and on impact, my intestines burst apart inside. And I spent the next decade learning how to heal myself, and I did lots of different things to help with that. And I had some failures, some successes, and along the way, I certainly looked at a lot of different approaches to healing and dealing with our guts. So, first of all, just to understand that inside of your gut, if you don't know this, you have all these beneficial bacteria and a lot of neurochemicals that are created in the belly, especially serotonin. And it's a very sensitive balance. And modern lifestyles, modern diets, post-industrial life, environmental toxins, everything influences that stress, and it can set off the balance really quickly. And then you get types of microbiology that start to flourish that may not be beneficial for you. You get the beneficial ones that start to retreat or get overcrowded. And that can lead to a lot of problems, inflammation, breakdown of your gut wall membrane so that food particles and other toxins are actually getting into your bloodstream. Autoimmune disorders, mood disorders, sleep disorders, chronic inflammation in other parts of your body, uh, digestive issues, irritable bowel issues. The list kind of goes on. And a lot of times, Western medicine uses medication, mostly cortisol based medication, to deal with that, which is basically like suppressing the inflammatory response of the body or wiping out everything that's in there. And it's not the best, most life affirming approach, even though it might work well for acute situations. You want to start doing some more therapeutic long term approaches to helping your gut. So what I've found, and I have a cleanse guide that's in the description that has some more of these tips, so you don't have to write all this stuff down. But cleansing on the shoulder seasons works really, really well. So fall and spring, that's naturally the time where your diet would shift anyways, due to a shift in the seasonal availability of food. And it's a good time to just let go of routines and reflect and shift and change. And I think the first few times that I did cleanses, and even still now, I would recommend using a cleanse kit. And there's a couple that I offer in my PDF. One is called Wild Rose, which is fantastic. It was made by one of the best Canadian herbalists ever. And basically, it's a meal plan and some supportive herbs to help the body, the body's natural capacity to cleanse, to be amplified. There's another one called Clean that's really focused on the gut. It's a little more pricey. You have a few, I think, 7 and 21 day options with Clean. Wild Rose is 12 days. And those are great programs. I've done them both, and they're much easier to do. I would also recommend, if you can, finding some friends to cleanse with, because you're going to be making a lot of changes in your life, a lot of habit changes. And those are best done in groups where you can have some accountability or express that you're having some difficulty, and get together and prepare meals together, or just get together and share what's going on. That's really helpful to find some group energy to do it with. Then you want to think about preparing. You want to give yourself some time to really set yourself up for success. So, in the last month of the summer or the last month of the winter, just start looking at your kitchen and what you're eating, and just start kind of taking stock and inventory of where you're at. And you don't really need to make any changes to start. At that point, it's a good time to buy the cleanse kit, or at least adopt a diet plan. If you don't want to do a cleanse kit, you can go online and research anti inflammatory diets or cleansing diets or anti-allergenic diets if you have an intuitive sense of what you might want to work on. Generally, you want to reduce, things that are aggravating: caffeine, dairy, peanuts, processed foods, sugars, um, anything with a lot of preservatives or stabilizers in it. And if you Google around, you're going to find a lot of information on what to eat. And this is again where a cleanse kit can make it simple. But you also might want to get creative and just see, like, where does your intuition take you? Where does your gut take you? Right? Just starting to listen to this a little bit. And so once you have your meal plan, you want to just start looking at what's in the kitchen. How can I slowly replace and use up everything that's left so you're not throwing food away? And just give yourself that month or so to really enjoy some of the last of what you're going to have that you're going to be letting go of, right? And just be in a celebration of all these lovely foods that you get to eat. Then when it comes time to starting your cleanse, you still want to do a 2 week or so transition process where you're taking out specific foods, and especially the ones that you have a lot of emotional attachment to. Just remove that and give yourself a few days to adjust. And maybe in your planning phase, come up with some alternatives to that particular food or drink that you know you're going to be really attached to that you can shift. Like, for example, if you're a coffee drinker, plan to have either decaf for a little bit, or you can use coffee alternatives like a kava, or there's like a mushroom mix that you can get, or you can go over to cacao for a little bit because you want that thick, warm, frothy, yummy drink in the morning. So just take coffee and do that. Just eliminate that for a few days and deal with the emotional repercussions of that one. So you want to give yourself time to pull out the important ones rather than just stopping everything all at once. And like I said, have strategies for the ones you're the most attached to of what you're going to do as an alternative to that. There's so many recipes out there these days that are gluten-free, vegan, sugar-free, and they're amazing. So, you know, buy some of that stuff or get the ingredients, make it at home, and have some fun figuring out your alternatives. Also, come up with a routine and a rhythm for your days that allows you to not dip. So I would say you're probably going to be snacking a little bit more sometimes, maybe, or coming up with strategies for moments where you feel a little bit of a drop or you feel weird. You want to have things that kind of quickly restore your energy without causing big adrenal spikes or big um, spikes in your blood sugar. So just figuring that out for you, it takes a bit of experimenting. So that's where you want to kind of play around for a couple of weeks until you get it right. And then you want to start your actual cleanse. And that's when you're taking herbs to support liver detoxification, adrenals, gut cleansing. And again, a good kit will have all of that in it. For the gut cleansing, you're going to use some kind of fiber or some kind of charcoal sometimes to move through your gut and almost like massage and clean it from the inside and draw toxins out. For the liver, you're going to get herbs that help detoxify it. For the kidneys, you're going to be coming up with ways to. Sorry, phone call. Even though I have do not disturb on. For the kidneys, you're going to be coming up with ways to support the filtering of blood. So blood filtering herbs can be really helpful. And then you're going to want to, by then, be really focused on your elimination. And that's something I've also gone really into detail with in my PDF, is during your transition time of your 2 weeks leading up to your cleanse, you're starting to open up all the eliminative channels in your body. So your skin, dry brushing on your skin, hot and cold showers to open your pores, physical activity, um, increased hydration and teas, saunas, anything to help you sweat. Um, there's a bunch more in my guide of elimination channels that you can open up so that by the time you start actually cleansing and helping your liver and your gut and your kidneys flush everything out, your channels for elimination are wide open by that time. So you're not going to cause a lot of stress to your body. Because let's say you just switch into cleanse mode all of a sudden, like you start fasting and juicing and going hard at it, all of your organs are going to dump their toxins into your blood, and you're going to have nowhere for that to go, and it's going to feel disgusting. You're going to feel really gross sometimes, or like super bowl. And you want to make it easy on yourself. You don't want to overstress your body as you're helping um, substances get out of your body that have been stored there for safety. Usually, our liver protects us from toxins by storing them. Um, we don't want to rush the process of letting all of that out. You want to have the door open and everything well prepared. So that's really what the elimination prep is all about. While you're in the process of cleansing, you know, that's when really giving yourself more digestive support, belly rubs, being really kind to yourself, helping yourself move through the process of cleansing, being extra supportive to your body, acupuncture, massage, meditation, yoga, gentle movement, all of that really helps to move everything through. Um, and at that point, when things are getting difficult, that's when it's helpful to either reach out to a friend. You can also have a naturopath help you if you like. There's certainly other resources out there. I find NDs are some of the best for, wow, I'm feeling this way and I'm not sure. You can go for colon hydrotherapy, or you can get your own enema kit at home. And so this means you got to get down with your shit, because usually the discomfort is coming from some form of either constipation or toxicity in your stool. And so by helping your body release that with water, and then taking probiotics afterwards, you'll feel a lot better, especially if you have like a headache and you're not feeling so great. Sweating it out also helps, right? But sometimes you might be too tired to go for a sweat or something. Once you're done your cleanse, then you're going to want to reintroduce foods. And I would recommend having a journal and reintroducing a new kind of food every 2 to 3 days and just seeing how it feels. Noticing if it causes your body a lot of stress to reintroduce it, or if it's something you really love, and celebrating that, and just journaling. Oh, I noticed this, or I noticed that. Energy's up, energy's down, I'm kind of foggy. And this just helps you figure out what of all the food groups you might not want to keep back in your diet. And be slow on the reintegration process. Like, take it one thing at a time. Right? Don't go out and eat all the things at once. Just like one thing, integrate that, move on to the next. And just have a lot of patience, because that can be stressful if you go too quickly back into your regular diet. And then practice, not perfection. Like, you're going to do this multiple times and get better at it each time. So there's going to be ways where you could have done it better, ways where it didn't quite work out. You need to tweak it. Just try to do it, seasonally or once a year, and over time you'll get better at it and you'll learn what really works for you. And then you'll get to share it with other people like this. So that's that. If you're looking more for specific gut health, also I would find a functional medicine doctor or a naturopath. There's also a new website I haven't tried out yet called Viome, Viome, where they test your gut microbiology. Essentially, you want someone who can help you test your gut through stool samples to figure out what's going on inside of you, what's your microbiology like, what bacteria are flourishing, what are not doing so well, do you have any fungus or parasites or anything like that. And then you can get a more specific regimen to address that, specific probiotic strains that you know you're deficient in, then that's what you're going to want to focus on, or specific fungus that you have overgrowth in, yeasts, etc., and that's what you're going to want to focus on, or parasites, you're going to want to focus on that. And so that really is a bit of a science, and I would recommend working with a professional, like I said, functional medicine doctor, naturopath, holistic dietitian might have that going on, or you can check out this Viome, and if you like it, let me know, because I haven't tried it yet. I work with a wonderful naturopath in the States, Dr. Bonnie Nedro. That's also in my kit, and I have an option here in Canada. You can always leave comments if you're a Canadian and you want some resources. And I think that's about it. Happy cleansing. I'm going to start mine pretty soon here in September. If you want to be a part of a Facebook group where we're all cleansing together, again, just drop some comments and I will happily connect with you and add you. And otherwise, I really wish you a good life and all the best. Okay, take care. Ciao.